Well, good morning, guys. Big A coming to you live from the GreenWay. I thought some kind of spirit was out here this morning. I got out here early, about an hour and a half ago, and it was darker than pitch. I'm walking and I see something glowing up ahead of me. What in the crap is that? And finally it got to, I was scared just for a minute. I don't have a gun with me out here. I was a little bit nervous. And two dogs, and they had a collar around them with blinking lights. I'm telling you, you people spend more money on your pets than I've ever seen in my life. But hey, listen, it is awesome to see you this morning. I want to give a shout out to my friend Jonathan Fosnot with Gear Nation. Hey, check out my new hat. If you want me to wear your hat, send it to me. I'll be happy to wear it on the GreenWay. I love hats, and I just want to encourage you to send them to me. Jonathan Fosnot's in our mastermind group. He's one of the finest young men I've ever met. I even put him on my advisory team. This guy's got it going on. But he's got some cool products, Gear Nation. Go check it out. Hey, I gotta stop. I keep getting out of breath. I got this little hill right here where I'm at. I titled this, How is Other People's Lives Gonna Be Better as a Result of Having Known You? And I want to tell you something, man. Gratitude Day kicked some hind end. It was awesome. My grandkids had a blast, I had a blast, but I want to tell you about two quick stories. Paul Kirsch, he's also in our mastermind group, he wrote me an email and said, man, thank you so much for encouraging me to do that. I took my small children, we went to this Mexican restaurant, and he said, I started buying dinners everywhere, just anonymously. We started picking out tables everywhere, all across the restaurant. He said, the next thing I know, I looked up, he said, the people that I had bought dinner for were standing up buying dinners for other people in the restaurant. That's what I'm talking about. It's so encouraging. He would have never had that experience had he not been willing to share the love, to go around. Dr. Phil Carson told me he took his daughters to Chick-fil-A. He said he went to the bank and he got a handful of $10 bills and he distributed them to all of his girls. He said, you go up and start handing this money out, telling people we want to buy your breakfast, we want to bless you. And he said he started handing it out to cars in the drive-thru. And the next thing you know, he looks up, people in other cars are handing him money. They're handing him money to buy other people. So they had the whole Chick-fil-A, people were sharing money. Guys, it's much like that in the business world. I'm gonna tell you what, I get so excited talking about this, I don't even know what to say. We talked about it yesterday in our mastermind group. One of the guys wanted to get around an influencer. And we said, you gotta start giving. You got to get on and promote his products. You got to write him thank you cards. You got to write him notes of acknowledgement. You got to share his stuff over and over and over. And one of these days he's going to look up and go, hey, who is this guy? And he's going to start paying attention. Don't go straight for the kiss. It's like a date. You hold their hand. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a kiss later. It's the same way in business. We got to stay the course. We got to do the grind. I talked to a client this week and I said, how's it coming with the progress, you know? And he goes, well, I wrote 4 thank you cards this week. I said, what? You need to write 4 every day. What do you mean 4 this week? You got to get on with it. I do these podcast interviews. I do thank you cards. We got to do the grind. You got to do the hard work. Cal Newport talks about it in his book, The Deep Work. We got to stay with it. I start thinking about all these influencers, John Lee Dumas, Pat Flynn, Brian Harris, Dan Miller, Ray Edwards. I start thinking about all these guys and I think, they're in the deep work. They're in the grind. They're doing the stuff. Day after day after day after day. My hand gets like cramps sometimes. Let's put the ink pen down. I'm not telling you that I'm any better than anybody else, but you got to do the work. You can't do it for 6 weeks and expect that you're going to have all this success. It's year after year, day after day, month after month. It's the grind, staying with it, doing the deep work. If you want your business to grow, listen, 3.5 years, I'm not telling you this to boast. I'm telling you to encourage you because you can do it. I'm not doing anything that you can't do yourself. You just got to be disciplined. You got to get up every day, just like the GreenWay. I'm out here in the dark. You got to do it every single day in order to be successful. Don't get tired and lazy and spew around like a bottle rocket without a stick on it. Get a plan. Know where you're going. Know what you're doing. And if you do that, you'll be successful. 3.5 years ago, I didn't even know what a podcast was. I never even heard of one. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but I didn't. I finally wrote a note to John Lee Dumas, got on the show, Entrepreneur on Fire. My schedule filled up. God just blessed it. I get a phone call yesterday from John Lee Dumas. He wants me to speak with him at social media marketing this year. I'm like, what? You can't be serious. This is a joke. No, I want you to be on this panel with me. I want you to do it. Well, I nurtured that relationship for 3.5 years. He didn't do that right out of the gate. He never even heard of me. He didn't even know who I was. And I'm nobody. It's just that I'm willing to work, and I want you to be willing to work too. Listen, guys, it's hard work. I say that all the time. There's no silver lining. There's no silver bullet. It's daggum hard work. I'm exhausted many days when I get at home. But the rewards and the benefit, I can't even begin to tell you. I promise you, if you'll get a plan, you'll do that 12-week year plan that we're talking about, Brian Moran's plan. It works. There's lead indicators. You can get on there each and every day and you can do the task. The rewards will take care of themselves. I don't know where all this came from. It's not even on my notes this morning. I wasn't even going to talk about anything that I've said. But maybe, just maybe, there's one person out there that needs to hear. Get yourself a plan. Get an accountability group. Get in a mastermind group. Get people around you. Isolation is the enemy to excellence. We got to get people around us, and we've got to go for it. People need to hear what you've got to say. They need your art. You need to do it. Don't give up. Don't quit. Get a plan. Stick to it. You're going to be successful. I know you are. I'm Big A coming to you live from the Greenway. I got to get back to work. I got a half a mile to go. I'm about out of breath, too, because I've been walking this dark this morning. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you.